Previously on Ash of Gods, Redemption. Having finally arrived in Opacum, Hopper made himself known to everyone else who'd arrived, and tried to begin sorting out the riddle of what the Reapers want with the dead men here of Opacum. He wasn't so successful. Now the siege is about to begin, and once again, Hopper has a part to play.
In the place where everything ends, the source of all being must flow. If you don't see it, you're not there yet.
Chapter 9, here we go. The awkward feast is over. Apart from King Trieg's inspiring speech, there was nothing noteworthy. Something odd was in the air, like a strand of a strange spell. But unless you're imagining things, the spell didn't work. Let's talk to Philia. There are very few women in Opacum. Seeing two of them talking is a rare event. You're very lucky. One of them is still a child, even though she might argue that. I need you, Hopper. Shek gave me this bundle for safekeeping before he died. Amma asked Shek to hide it, but I think it belongs to you. Just don't tell Amma. She seems out of sorts. A stone knife. She brought it here. Perhaps you are the Cirrus. The knife provides a glimmer of hope. It might stop an overeager Reaper. What's Gleda interested in? Why are the Frisians set on taking this fortress? Why is it so much easier to breathe here? My father fears I might bear some kind of mark. What is it? You'll know it when you see it. Mark indicates who the Awakened One will use to enter this world, to rule Terminium as its rightful master. Do you already know that it's me who will be marked? And what happens to me if it happens? Can I resist it? Could be you, could be others. Don't know about resisting, but nothing good comes to the marked one. Because there's no noose. Are you talking about the reaping? It doesn't choke men in Opacum. Why is that? I don't know, but we're not the only ones after this riddle. Several Reapers and 3 legions of Frisian soldiers are also trying to solve it. It's not about Opacum itself. What is it then? Is it about the dead men here? Why do the Frisians need it? The Frisians don't need it. The Reapers, who are driving the Frisians, do. Not a fortune teller. I have a blackened hand. Is this not the mark? What are you going to do? If I knew what to do, I'd be doing it already. Philia, what did your mother talk to you about? Only in Opacum will you be saved. One of the 5 will awaken, but it's her children that will save this land, for he can only come through her children. Do you remember the advice given you? The spell, broken into 7 fragments. Wish I knew where the 7th fragment is. The meaning of in the very end and on the dearest one still eludes me. I suppose it's not over yet, though nothing dear to me remains. Anyway, why trouble yourself with this? Should we or shouldn't we kill the marked one? If yes, when? Will this being then find a different route? What if it won't let us near, or if it grinds us into dust? Think, Hopper. Musham. Musham hurries across the square near the gate. Hey, friend, what's the rush? You call to him. The assault hasn't begun. No need to seek cover yet. Musham lashes out. Musham has never sought cover. No, I needed to talk to the party down from Ursus. Showed them the arrow that killed Shek. I said it looked familiar, and I was right. Grand Victi's mercs use arrows like this. It was them or the Count's wretched son hiding under his daddy's wing in the fortress. You ask Musham to elaborate. Not so fast. I've heard the story of the stolen funds. Man's doing or not, why would he kill Shek? What does it change? Musham grins. You're clearly not familiar with the ways of court. The main strategy is to wait it out. Half a year goes by, a year at most, and they forget about the funds. Count Stokovicti might settle the matter too. For now, Brand should just lie low. He's in hiding again after running into Shek. Just wait. He'll crawl out and blame Shek. Well, I'd better go. The assailants won't make us wait, though they say the parley party is already in the fortress. And with nothing better to do, we go to the wall, which is a good place to observe the Frisian army and do some thinking. You observe the enemy army from Opicum's walls. For the 100th time, seemingly all of existence verges on collapse. Are your premonitions true this time? Suddenly you see Glida. She wants to talk. You should know this, Bookworm. What are the Frisians erecting? Some kind of engines? I see stepladders, archers, and spearmen. How long would you say the siege will last? Someone was saying that the Frisians brought thousands of prisoners. Where are they now? They are trebuchets. Huge catapults. Soon they'll send massive boulders our way, if not something worse. What's worse than massive boulders? Oh, many things. Pots with boiling tar, burning straw, corpses. Now, there are no prisoners. They drove them to Opicum by the thousands. Now there are only piles of corpses. They slaughtered all prisoners. But to what end? Do they plan to hurl corpses at us? We shall soon find out. Siege could last a long time. Or it could simply end soon. If the fortress has a good supply of food and water, the siege could last months. But it's not that simple. The siege will lift soon. The Burkanan army is on its way. And did you think there are only 3 or 4 legions in the Frisian army? I'm afraid they have many more. And the Reapers side with them. Right, I guess we'll just go now. Wait, can you see those white cloths on a stick? It's the parley party. That big-bellied Frisian must be an important official. Maybe they won't storm us after all? It's not likely, Glida. The Frisians will storm the fortress. Unless, of course, we surrender. Never! I'll die before I surrender. I'll have plenty of chances to do that, I'm afraid. Sorry, but I have to go now. Someone's been looking for me. Your false excuse for Glida materializes in the form of a messenger. You encounter him as you begin your descent from the wall. You recognize Musham. Stokovicti summons you, Hopper. We'll be negotiating with the Frisians, but we lack a good interpreter. The Count is going to placate them with a feast, and then suss out their intentions. How is your Frisian? Did Do you even speak it? You accept the invitation. I speak Frisian better than most Frisians. I'll come. Though if I were you, I'd poison these ambassadors and be done with them. They'll just play for time or deceive you outright. I'll be there soon. Okay, to the throne room. Better not make Stock at Victi and the Frisian ambassadors wait. The throne room has been cleared. The tables are gone. Only the throne looms over the ancient hall. Its solemn occupant is Count Stock at Victi. He beckons you closer. Stand at his side and bow. At this moment, the doors are flung open, revealing the parley party. A pot-bellied official waddles in front, followed by several warriors. Many more royal guards remain in the throne room, so Stockett is hardly in danger. Still, the two figures keeping their distance look highly suspicious. Knew it was going to be him. The pot-bellied man looks around. Instead of bowing, he nods contemptuously at the throne room. "You find an interpreter?" he asks in broken Burkanan. "Your language is too harsh for Frisian lips. I be Count Pelko Sotori, leader of legions and king's own blood. Who is speak with me?" Taking stock at Victi's hint, you step forward. "I will translate your words, Count," you say in Frisian. "The replies, too, if you wish." Count Pelko Satori stares at you for a moment. "I ask for help if I forget a word. For now, I try to speak my own," he announces. "Why isn't the king present? Or the prince, at least. Didn't the Gels chase them all the way from Hyborg? I'd hoped to see their faces. Should I give up?" "You'll have to be content with talking to me, Pelko Satori. Count to count, so to say. You're related to the kings of Frisia, I've been told. But I'll never believe that it's you in command of the army gathered outside Opicum's walls. This should not concern you, Burkan. Let me ask in Frisian. Interpreter, come here. Why aren't the gates wide open? Why aren't you and the other officials on your knees? Are your soldiers eager for death? Where is your king hiding?" He's asking why the gates aren't open yet. "Because the glory of Burkana shines bright as her blades. Fools! Opicum will fall at Frisia's feet before the day ends. Don't hurry to drink your pigwash, Count. Let it steep." He's asking if we have a brave ruler. Braver than the most reckless Frisian in your army. You'll see for yourself very soon. Horror awaits your king. If he wants to leave, he'd best kneel before me. I've come for one reason only, to convince you to surrender the fortress immediately. I'll pass on your wishes to the ones who will appreciate them. Perhaps, when you're crawling toward the gate to escape Opicum, come out to have a look at you. He's asking what kind of warriors you have. Soon enough you'll see what my soldiers are made of, especially if you try to storm the fortress. It will be their last battle. I hope they won't foul the fortress too much with their fright as my warriors are taking it. Battles are resolved in many ways, never by foul language. End these negotiations. There are sorcerers in Pelko Satori's entourage. I can sense them weaving their spells. It's not possible. There's no reaping within Opicum's walls. No reapers and no sorcery. No reaping, true, but sorcery to be sure. Listen to me, Count, while you still can. I take this fortress from within as we speak. I let you hear and feel every detail, including your death. Suddenly, your body seems very heavy. Unfamiliar sorcery binds your arms and legs. You try to look at Stockett Victi, only to find him and his guards petrified just like you. Two strangers in Templar robes weave their spells, immobilizing Count Victi and his entourage, adorning the pot-bellied Count Satori with its deadly threads. The other Frisians are poised for the kill. Pelko Satori laughs triumphantly, patting his enormous belly in anticipation of victory. Another's sorcery imbues him with power, tightening his lax shape, as if giving him a second youth. He's a murderer washing his face with blood to become a beast, a torturer savoring a victim's groans, a glutton overcome by the scent of food. You whisper a protective enchantment to loosen the magical bonds, desperately trying to guess who infiltrated Opicum disguised as a temple servant. Is it Dorpkal, Atrak, or Adna? Draw the knife tucked under your belt and, going against the current of magic, throw it at the Frisian official. Your knife pierces Pelko Satori's throat. The Count's eyes bulge in their sockets. He croaks and falls dead. The magical weaving snaps and lashes you and the two sorcerers. For a moment the world goes black and the sorcerers vanish. Someone moans behind you. The Count and his guards are still trapped by the enchantment. The Frisians advance. You draw your sword. So the fight really begins. Always alone is Hopper. Man, that's a lot of guys. This is not going to be an easy battle. Just gonna start bombing everyone as fast as I can, I guess. Somebody wants to come up and let me regain some health? Great. Otherwise, I'm not moving. now might be a good time to move. I need an energy buff. Alright, we're starting to do some damage with the energy drains. Oh man, that went a lot better than I expected. Frisians are vanquished. You wearily lower your sword. It's overcoming the alien sorcery, not the fighting, that sapped your strength. Staka Victi's guards shake off the dissipating charms. Blood is pooled on the floor. Somewhere outside the drums start booming. By all signs, the siege has begun. Hopper! You cursed book lover! How did you do this? Cries Staka Victi. You're worth 100 of my guards. What kind of magic was this? Why do my guards still muck about like a flock of plucked chickens? A short arrow hits the Count's chest. He starts wheezing for air. You rush to him and try to keep him alive.
Hey folks, Aaron here. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you want more, please hit the subscribe button, like it, all that stuff, and don't forget the alerts for when I post new videos. New videos go up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. Central. Vlogs and gaming content. You can also find me at my blog, stickstoriesscotch.blogspot.com, my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/shadowcaster, and a lot of other writing over on Mariner's Rock. Hope you'll be back next time. Until then, remember, keep your knees in the breeze and the shiny side up. And now, I gotta ride.